Hi, it's me, Lorianne, with a short message from Spirit. This is for you if you're listening. So today I was intuitively drawn to check in on the subject of finances. This time of the year, I think a lot of us are reviewing 2022. We're looking at what, projecting into 2023, and we're thinking about our money. We're thinking about what we're doing, what we've done, what we want to do, that kind of stuff. So I just wanted to tap into that to get a little bit more information on what we need to be focusing on. The first thing that comes up is just to just relax a bit. All right, just take down that energy. Just take down if it's up in worry or if it's up in confusion or uncertainty. Just take all that energy down for a moment and just let go of all of that. Let go of all of the stories that are connected to all of that stress that is coming up, if that's coming up for you. And from that space, you want to just get into a nice connected space at a body-mind level or through the heart and start really looking at what it is you want to create. More importantly, how you want to feel. So this business of how we want to feel and focusing on it as if it's already happening is one of the well-known secrets of manifestation, okay? So, but you have to let go of the old energy to bring in that new energy. And so that's a really good thing. That's a really good place to start. Just looking at my notes here. Okay, so I've got this really cool message that's coming through. So the first part of it is we have to, the old stories that come up, those are fears, and they may be well-founded, they may be not. They may be not even, in reality. They can just be, a train that's run off its tracks. So it's really important to get really clear on our fears. We need to know what we're afraid of to be able to know what we want to create, what we really want. So here's the thing. We can't sit in our truth and in our fear at the same time. So it's one or the other. So do you want to be in your fear and create from your fear? Or do you want to be in your truth and create from your truth? So to get to your truth, you have to look your fear straight in the eye. Okay? And then you have to ask yourself, okay, what do I really want? And then you begin to work toward that by holding that, bringing that information into your field, not from a place of hope or wanting, but as if it's already happened. So there was this other piece. Yes, there's two other pieces I want to add to this. The other piece is we have to go beyond where we're at in this moment. What does that mean? We find ourselves in familiar spaces, in familiar thinking, in familiar patterns. And what we need to do is we need to abandon them, especially if it's around your finances. Let's say you have lack consciousness, right? That's when you're always worried about money. You never have enough. You never have enough money or time or energy or resources. Like if that's the camp you live in, get the flock out of it. Okay? Because you can't create from a lack space. So the other piece is if you find yourself being completely disconnected, then that's another thing you want to get out of that space as well. It's kind of like putting your fingers in your ears and covering your eyes and just going down the road and hoping everything falls together the way you want it. So there's this great phrase that I learned many years ago from a teacher I studied with. Oh my God, this would have been probably in the early 90s. And she said, hope is for the hopeless. And it was just like, oh, do you get it? It's like when you sit in that hoping for something to happen, but behind it, there's a pattern of hopelessness because you're not doing the work that needs to happen to bring something forward and create it. So the last piece I have is this kind of conflict with God, with the universe, with the divine, whatever you want to call it. I can compare it to, in a very simplistic way, being in conflict with one of your parents. But this is at a higher level, so it's very spiritual, and it can create a spiritual depression in us as well, when we are in conflict with God. And that can come from a place of not taking full responsibility for what you're experiencing in your life. And so it's human nature to look outside of ourselves, to blame something outside of ourselves for our problems. And this is the biggest crutch that we can ever pick up and walk around with. So throw that crutch away, okay? Get really centered and clear on what you want to create and start pulling that into your field as if it's already happening. It's that simple. All right, that's my message for today. I hope this helps. If you're listening, this is for you. Cheerio.